What is up, and welcome back to another episode of Blood and Beer, the show where we talk blood sport and we drink beer. I'm your host, Matt, and as always, we got some MMA to talk. We're going to go over some boxing as well today. UFC's heading to Paris this week, and we're going to make some picks. You know how it goes. We put 1,000 up, see how we do at the end of the week. Any way we want it, any cards or any fights we don't bet, we do bet. We're going to make some money. Last week we were up 720, so we're up 600 on the year. But yeah, UFC heading to Paris this week, baby. Dana White's bringing it overseas. We've got a lot to talk about. First things first, beer we're sipping on today is a Steel Reserve, 8.1%. It's exceptionally smooth flavor, slow brewed for that. High gravity lager, 8.1%. Like I said, let's fucking get into it. Let's drink some beer. Let's fucking talk some goddamn blood sport. Oh. It is smooth. Tastes like fucking shitty grape juice or something. I don't know. We're gonna fucking pound it though. God damn. Alright, like I said, UFC heads to Paris this week. We're gonna make some bets on that, make you some fucking money. We're riding high off of not last weekend, or not this weekend, but last weekend's performance did great. 7 of 8 picks, 720 profit. So we're gonna make you some more money. First things first, though, we're going to go over some news in the combat sports world. Daniel Dubois, he scores a nasty knockout over Anthony Joshua. I think he had 3 knockdowns in the fight. Hell of a performance, changing of the guards. You know, Tyson Fury's on his way out. Deontay Wilder's done for. Anthony Joshua, he still looks good, but he's not the same guy he was, or not the same guy they build him as. So, he's done. He's done. That guard, it's all done. Dubois, he wants a rematch with Usyk. They had a good fight. He almost stopped Usyk, but they called it a low blow on some bullshit. Goodness gracious, Steel Reserve. Give me the burps right away. Alright, speaking of boxing, though, Dana White announced that he's going to be getting into boxing. I think it's going to be with Turki Al-Sheikh. They say it's going to be structured like the UFC, which would be great for boxing. They're going to have to pay him more because the boxers are used to it, but such a great idea to make them all under one promotion and not give them a ton of options about who they fight, especially these champs. Force these champs to fight people. Because in boxing, if they're forced to fight someone they don't want to fight, they're like, I'll just relinquish the title. Fuck it. Dana's not going to let that happen. Dana and Turki Al-Sheikh working together, I think. But this fight that we're getting into today, UFC card, 13 fights on the card. We're not going to get into all of them today because some of them are just absolutely disgusting numbers, but we're going to make you some money on the picks that we do make. And we're going to kick things off with Nora Cornale. She's taking on Jacqueline Calvacanti. Goodness gracious, I'm fucking up all over the place already. I need to stop cussing. I need to work on that. It scares my kids, scares my wife. I'm terrifying. Plus 150 for Nora. Jacqueline comes in minus 190. And this fight is striker versus striker. Calvacanti, she's very technical, great kickboxing, good at keeping it on the outside with her range. And she just ran through an absolute beast in her last fight. Female Mike Tyson looking thing. She's taking on Nora Calante. Goodness. Nora Cornal. These names are fucking me up because they both start with C and they're both not good names. Anyways, Nora Cornal, good Muay Thai, nasty body work. She's got herky-jerky style, but a lot of power. Cornal, she's the French woman. She's fighting in front of her home crowd. That being said, though, Calvacanti, she's got just such good striking. She can dictate the range. Neither of the women are great on the ground, but Calvacanti definitely has the edge. I'm putting 75 on her. I'm not going to throw a lot on this fight, but 75 to win, 115 on that at the minus 190 odds. And then next up, we got Balaji Oki. He's taking on Chris Duncan, minus 210 or minus 220 for Balaji Oki. Chris Duncan comes back as plus 180. And Oki, he's a fucking phenomenal striker. Very patient at first, but once he gets you, he stays on you. Defense could use some work. He goes in with his chin high and he gets caught, but he's got a pretty good chin. Pumps the jab. Really good at dictating range and uses calf kicks as well to mix it up. And when you shoot takedowns on the guy, takedown defense, phenomenal. He's got really good balance. Once you get him down, though, if you can, it's tough, but if you can get him down, he is vulnerable for some ground and pound from the bottom. But a lot of power in this guy. Great striking. Good at dictating the pace and the range of the fight. Problem is he's going up against Chris Duncan, who's a pressure fighter. He's always in your face. But And Duncan, he's pushing the pace. The dude's always going forward. He's got decent takedowns, but this guy, he dips it fakes. It's going to leave him open to kicks, open to uppercuts. Decent chin, but he can get fucking rocked. He's going to be going at it the whole time. I just think that with Oki in this fight, Oki's got the more explosivity, higher upside, better knockout power. The longer this fight goes, I think Duncan's got a better chance, but I think something's telling me Oki's going to come out there and starts a guy in the first round. So I got 75 on Oki as well. Wins us 110. So not a lot of profit on these first couple fights. We're laying chalk. We're not here to fucking give money to the bookies. We're not picking dogs every time just to pick dogs. Sometimes they get it right, and they got it right on those two. Next fight, it's going to be a fucking firefight. Daniel Perez, he's taking on Victor Altamirano. Minus 120 for Perez, plus 120 for Altamirano. Perez, good power, works the body like a fucking just G. Dude goes in with these boxing combos, heavy hooks, his kicks to the body, they're good. Swings a little wild, gets caught a little bit, and he's not very good on the ground. Not good on the ground at all. And he's taking on Victor Altamirano, who's got good pressure. He's a striker. Straight shots are really good. Comes out hot, but then he can get caught. I think he lost his last fight. He's 2-3 in the UFC. I'm not high on this guy. Both of them are defensively challenged. Both of them work the body really well and love to go in and strike and just swing. It's going to be a barn burner for sure. I'm just rolling with Daniel Perez because he looked like he has more power, more explosive. And even though Victor Altamirano is only 32 at 125 is kind of old. They seem to age right around the 31, 32 range. So I'm going with Daniel Perez in this. I'm not super confident, but we're laying the chalk again. 75 gets you 137.50, almost doubling your money up. Not quite, though. All right, and then the next three fights I'm not even going to get into as far as betting. You got Dara Zelenzinikova. Yeah, Dara Zelenzinikova versus Aylin Perez. Odds are ugly in that. I'm not betting it. I don't know enough about those fighters. Women on the outside of the top 15. I'm just not betting it. I'm not doing it. There's not enough to go on. And then you got Ludovic Klein versus Roosevelt Roberts. Klein's a minus 800 favorite. I love the odds of plus 550 for Roberts, but I'm not going to lay the money on him just because I'm not, like I said, I'm not here to throw money away. It's a long shot, and Klein can wrestle him to death. And then Omar Sy, he's taking on Da Woon Jong. Gross odds in that one as well, so we're not even touching it. But the next fight is Jan Cutelaba. He's taking on Ivan Erslan. Cutelaba minus 125 plus 105 for Ivan Erslan. And I love Cutelaba in this. I love fading this guy usually, but he's wild, he's strong, he goes out there, and he just puts on a performance. And with this Ivan Erslan dude, he's been dropping every other fight in the regional scene. He's moving up to the UFC after one win out of his last two. Lost the one before that. I think it was by knockout. Not a submission threat. He's got good power, good top control. But, I mean, dropping every other fight on the regional scene is not a good look. And Cutelaba, super inconsistent. Dude's been chinned before, but he's strong. Some fights he goes out there and the chin's like fucking iron. Some fights he goes out there and it's just... But he's been in a lot of wars. He's got a lot of minutes in this game. I like Cutelaba in this. I think they're bringing this guy up from the regional scene just to give Cutelaba an easy win because he is a fun fighter. The Hulk, the guy's got a good gimmick. He's going to get the fans going. And when he wins, he goes crazy. So I think they're just having this Ivan Erslan guy on to build up Cutelaba. But with the odds makers giving us those odds, we got to take Cutelaba. We're throwing 100, sorry, let me get these numbers right. Throwing 75 on Cutelaba to win 135. All chalk so far. All chalk. It's okay. We don't throw money away. We don't throw money away. Next fight's a complete pick'em. We got Faris Ziam. He's taking on Matt Frivola. Faris Ziam, real technical kickboxer. Likes to keep it on the outside. Doesn't like when you crowd him. He's got decent grappling as well, but his defense is good. But this guy loves to stay at range and just kick you apart. Matt Frivola, he wants to be in your face. He's a fucking phenomenal wrestler that fell in love with the striking. He gets in there, throws heavy short hooks. He gets fucking knockouts. I had initially picked Ziam in this, but as I'm thinking about it, even though Ziam's fighting in front of his hometown and he should win based on the technical skill, Frivola's coming off a knockout loss a year ago. I'm changing my pick at the last second. We're not going with Ziam. We're going with the American over in France, storming the beaches of Normandy. Matt Frivola for the win. 100 on him gets us 190. We're going with Frivola. Knockout, baby. First round knockout. 5 of his last 5 fights end in the first round. We're going with Matt fucking Frivola. I don't know what got me so pumped up, but I fucking love it. So we got Frivola, $100, wins you 190. Alright, next fight. Another fun one. Another fun fucking fight. These guys are going to be striking awkward as shit. We got Kevin Jousset taking on Brian Battle. Battle, the Ultimate Fighter winner. Dude's tough as shit. He goes out there. He's not the most skilled in any position, but he's just got the warrior spirit, and when he gets tired, he keeps fucking working, and he wears his opponents down. Awkward striker, good jab, susceptible to low kicks, but his pressure for a guy that has the range that he does is insane. He's always in your face. Normally with tall guys like that, they want to keep it on the outside. Brian Battle invites the fight in. Kevin Jousset, dude's got an awkward stance. He stands real straight up. He's got a judo background, but he's been fighting out of city kickboxing, so he's been working on that striking. I think Jousset's going to fall in love with that striking. Plus 140 dogs going down. We're going with chalk again. Brian Battle, minus 165. $200 on him gets you 320. We're going big on Battle. I'm big on Battle. I've seen him lose. He loses to really strong wrestlers, and even though dude's got a judo background, he's not the top pressure wrestler that's going to give Brian Battle a problem, I don't think. So that's what we got for that one. And on our final 3 fights, Joe Anderson Brito, he's taking on William Gomi. Brito, minus 265 favorite, and don't even fucking question it. Dude's a tank. He's getting a knockout. I think he's 6-1 in the UFC or 5-1, but he's won his last 5, all by finish. He's got a lot of submissions to his name, but the submissions come because he rocks these motherfuckers, gets them down and gets the RNC, gets the guillotine. This dude's a fucking beast. And William Gomi's good. He's got good wrestling. He's just a really skilled MMA fighter. But Joe Anderson Brito is a little fucking tank. Dude's 5'8", goes in there with short hooks and overhand rights. I'm seeing an early finish. Taller dude like Gomi's getting caught by the overhand right. Give me Joe Anderson Brito. 100 on him all day. Or 150 on him. 205.55 is the payout. So we're going Joe Anderson Brito. Never bet against the guy till I see him look like shit. And I've never seen it. I'm flying through this episode. I don't feel like I'm doing great, but I feel like my picks are on point. My picks are getting you money, baby. This is a shorter one than our ones where we interact with people and I can conversate and go back and forth. So I like this format too. I like both formats. We're moving on though to the co-main event. I've been picking chalk all fucking night and it's not happening tonight. Brendan Allen's taking on Nasruddin Imavov, and Allen is going to expose this dude. He's got a better ground game. He's stronger. He's not more technical in the stand-up. He's not faster, but he's fucking durable. And after going to war with Chris Curtis twice, I thought he lost both of them, but he got the split in the last one. I got Allen in this. The jiu-jitsu edge, the power edge. I think as the fight goes on, I've seen Allen gas, but I don't think Imavov's been pressured the way Brendan Allen's going to pressure you. I think he's going to break him. I think Allen's going to overwhelm him. Finish before the end of the 3rd round in that one. They don't have the odds out yet stateside, so I don't know what it is, but I got Allen. I'm putting 100 on Allen to win 290 as a plus 190 dog. Give me that money. Bark, bark. The dogs are barking finally. That's our only fucking dog pick so far. And then in the main event, we got Benoit Saint Denis taking on Renato Moicano. Saint Denis minus 270 favorite. Moicano plus 220 underdog coming back. Moicano's coming off of a nasty win over Jalen Turner at UFC 300. Dude almost got finished there. I love Moicano. Dude's a warrior. He can take some damage, let people gas out, beating him up, and then comes back and gets the finish very frequently. But that's not happening this time. There's levels to this game, and Benoit Saint Denis is a killer. Dude, if he knocks Moicano down, he's not going to be afraid to go to the ground with Moicano, because Moicano clearly has a jiu-jitsu edge. But Saint Denis, his pressure, his power, if he drops Moicano, he's going to jump on him and finish him. He's not going to be one of the guys that drops him and says, stand back up, so that he can fucking keep wearing on your gas tank or think he's getting a walk-off finish like Jalen Turner. No, BSD is going to fucking finish Renato Moicano. 150 on BSD. Low payout gets us 205 total. But that's the pick we're going with. All Moicano's opponents were scared to go to the ground with him. If St. Denis can just go to the ground and come in without staph infection, without having taken antibiotics the way he did against Dustin Poirier, because he almost beat Dustin Poirier in that first round. Ran out of gas because of all the antibiotics he was on from the staph infection, this, that, and the third, whatever. But Moicano is not a Dustin Poirier, and St. Denis, he's got a gas tank, even though the last fight doesn't show it. He's getting the win. I'm so confident in that pick. 150 on him gets us 205. Alright, I fucked up my audio at the end of the video, so I had to cut it off and re-record this part. We got all our picks in, though. Thank you for tuning in. Last thing I'm going to say, a little PSA. We don't have many dogs on this, but like I said earlier, we're not into this to give money to DraftKings. That's not what we're about, or FanDuel, or whoever the fuck you use. This is about making us money. And if you think parlays are the way to go, let me tell you something. Sportsbooks made $8.9 billion in profit so far this year. 10% of that is from online casinos. 10% of that is from head-to-head bets like what I do. And if you're uneducated, I'm sure you're giving them more than 10%. But if you do the film study, you watch our shit, we're making you some money. 80% of their goddamn profits is coming from parlays. Quit parlaying shit up. Quit saying, this is the last $5 in my bank account. I'm going to put it all on this. Slowly build it, slowly build it, slowly build it. Don't do parlays. It's fucked. It's fucked. You're not making your money back. It's a shot in the dark. I have friends that hit parlays all the time, and they're still down big on the year every time. Because the parlays, they're a huge adrenaline rush. It's awesome when you put $5 in, you win 200. But you probably put 20 or 30 other parlays in that never fucking hit. And you're just like, oh, that's the 5 I'm throwing away this week, or that's the 10 I'm throwing away this week. Don't do parlays. Do head-to-heads. We're not here to pay the sports books. I know everybody loves a juicy parlay, but goddamn, come on, guys. Let's make some money. Quit. 80%, that blew my mind when I saw that. I was like, I don't even fucking put parlays in except for maybe two-leggers. Two-leggers hit at like 35%, I think, or 27%. Then 14 at 3, 7 at 4, and it goes down and down from there. Don't do parlays. That's my PSA of the day. Please don't do parlays. Let's steal their fucking money. Let's make them go broke. Make them fucking change the odds. Make them make betting fucking obsolete because they can't make money off of us. But let's fucking end the game. No more parlays, boys. Thank you for tuning in. This has been Matt with Blood and Beer. That's my last little gripe for the day.